Good morning. Give me a second to get set up. Go ahead and share this video. I will be giving away a heart chakra activation just because I'm going to be doing medium cards. I have to do a little disclaimer. This is a Palo Santo stick. They're available on our website. And the Incans would use them for healing and purifying and for all sorts of kind of sacred purposes. So as a shaman, I really use a lot of these. Go ahead and share this. My phone's loading slow. If you're going to want a card, go ahead and drop your name. I'm doing something different. Go ahead and drop the name of the person that you want a message from in the relationship. I am doing like crossed over medium cards today. And I'm not a medium per se. I identify myself as an energy worker, so I read energy, but I am able to access vast information. Give me 1 second to share this. Share this video. Go ahead and drop the person that you want a message from and the relationship. And I'm going to be starting with some usual news and cards. One more share. Go ahead and share this video. And go ahead and drop the name of the person that you want a message from in the relationship. This just helps me get a better read for things. Because I deal with a lot of like energy at once on here, so it's really hard to focus in as good. We're kind of at a calm in the storm right now, so everyone should be using this energy to rest and to kind of recover. One more second, I think I forgot one. Alright, so hi, I'm just logging on. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to go ahead and do news, bear with me, and then I'm going to do medium cards. So if you're going to want a card, go ahead and drop the person you want a message from in relationship. North Korea was rocked by a 3.4 magnitude earthquake that China claimed was an explosion. This happened only hours after Trump was mocking Kim Jung-un. South Korea is claiming the tremor was natural. The last time we had a quake there, though, it was a result of a nuclear blast. Kim Jung-un is now threatening to fire a hydrogen bomb over the Pacific Ocean, which is an intercontinental ballistic missile. Just more distractions in the world stage. We're seeing a lot of things all the time. We're always seeing, North Korea, Russia, and just anything to keep humanity at a low vibration. So Kim Jong-un has said, quote, "Whatever Trump might have expected, he will face results beyond his expectation," end quote. He also called Trump mentally deranged, a gangster, and unfit for office. And North Korea is now using Trump's remarks as propaganda with its own people. They're making propaganda videos that are like anti-Trump to kind of like start influencing their people's thinking. Over this weekend, they staged a massive anti-American rally in the Capitol. Over 100,000 people showed up. We flew some warplanes over this demonstration too, some B-18 bombers, which I'm sure was a real hit there. Six earthquakes were reported in one day off of the Pacific Ocean west of Ferndale by California. This is separate from those quakes that happened in Northern California. This was a separate event, but it's not being reported on a lot. You see the Ring of Fire is really active though, and I'm going to be covering this until it goes off basically in California. So I'll be covering this. I'm always talking about it. I'm always talking about the San Andreas Fault Line. It is a future probability obviously at this point. So you see the Ring of Fire is very active. This includes many fault lines and volcanoes. More quakes are shaking the Ring of Fire. Californians have felt shaking as Mexico is hit with 2 quakes and aftershocks. Yesterday we talked about Bali and the exodus of more than 80,000 people to shelters. They're expecting that volcano to go off in Indonesia, and that volcano is part of the Ring of Fire. The Volcano Observatory warns, quote, "This number of seismic activity is at an unpredictable seismic observation. Our monitors and our analysis indicate an increased probability of eruption," end quote. They know it's going to go off. They just can't predict when, basically. Tremors are being felt on the ground for every 45 minutes. The volcano is in its build-up phase. The magma and fluids are moving towards the surface, so the chance of an eruption is actually increasing. In Puerto Rico, we have a dire situation. The dam is overflowing and cracked, and it could collapse entirely at any moment. This caused terrifying torrents of water to spill out, forcing 70,000 people to evacuate. This dam is more than 3 football fields wide. They're still being affected by Maria long after the storm has left. This is making the aftermath so much worse. They're describing the conditions as apocalyptic as well. Millions of people are without water, fuel, and power, and this is the biggest catastrophe the island has ever seen. We have conservative Roman Catholic theologians accusing the Pope of spreading heresy. And the definition of heresy is a belief or opinion contrary to religion, especially Christian doctrine. Now suddenly the guy who shot up the Tennessee church a few days ago, I actually did put this on the news too, so I kind of covered this story already, just because I love any kind of like church massacres, church killings, things like that. So this story, now suddenly the story has changed. And the shooter went from being a black man to now he was wearing a clown mask. Now, we're not sure if this is the Mandela effect or just the media spreading more lies and changing stories, but the actual story like literally changed. Go ahead and drop, if you want a card, the name of the person that you want a message from, because I'm doing medium cards, and the relationship they were with you. And I just said a little disclaimer, I'm not a medium per se, I'm an energy worker, but I can access the Akash records and energies in the other realm. So we're going to do a little bit of like grief healing, I guess we could say, because this is really a part of a starseed's journey, is having to go through certain pain. We only can reach higher levels of consciousness by going through some type of pain or grief to get there. That's really how we level up, is feeling this kind of pain and grief. And I know when you're going through it, because I lost my mother, and we've lost a lot of close people to us as well, me and my twin flame. I know when you're going through it, it can feel really permanent just because of the kind of belief systems here, but that's not true at all. And your loved ones are always with you all the time. They're always giving you messages. They're always speaking to you, but it's more like through synchronicities, through symbols, through little things like, you know, little gifts in the matrix they will send you. It's just not as obvious. Ashley Samak. Contractions of Mother Earth. Yes, Mother Earth is about to give birth, and it's pretty amazing. I'm going to skip anyone if you guys don't put a name or a relationship to the person, so I kind of have a good idea to read you. So Melissa Sizemore, Rob, your boyfriend, it's okay. Just so I have an idea, so I can kind of access information better. Kind of gives me a place to look around. Melissa Sizemore, I have a new understanding. I was saying yesterday that we have one perception while we're here on Earth, and as soon as we die, we get a whole nother perception because we get back all of our knowledge and wisdom. So our perception is going to immediately change upon death and upon the melting of the ego and kind of getting rid of that component of ourselves. Everything changes. So as you're gaining a new understanding, so are your loved ones in the other realm. We're not the only ones who are still learning here and still growing. Our loved ones are still learning, watching us and helping us all the time. So we're all still learning together. And just understand that, and I'm learning over here, like I just said. I'm learning over here. It's so true. Literally that they're going to continue learning through us all of the time. So it's really important that we remember that we have 3 components for body, mind, soul complexes. So we're not just this body. When we die, the body is going to rot. It's going to disintegrate. Whatever happens to it, happens to it. And you're going to remain the same. That essence of who you are is still the same. You are a light body. You are an energy form. I had so many people asking me, where do I come from? What am I? How can I find out what kind of starseed I am? And I tell people to meditate, but the real answer is you guys are vast energy that's had so many different forms. I am this person this life, but if I choose to incarnate somewhere else, I'm going to have another body and be another person. So we've had so many infinite forms that it's hard to even label this kind of stuff. Just be aware your loved ones are always with you, and they're of more help now to you than they ever could be here. Good morning. If you guys want a card, go ahead, and I just am going in the order I see people doing this. Just go ahead and drop the name of the person you want a message from and the relationship they are. Everything's calm right now. Everything's real calm. The energy, actually, earthquake activity is real down. Volcanoes aren't really going off. It's just, I mean, a little bit, but it's really calm right now. It's like a calm in the storm. And next Wednesday and Thursday, depending on where you are in the world, the 5th, we're going to have a full moon. So literally, we know that starting like around Monday for me, it's going to start to get really kind of crazy, and the weather's going to start going off, and it's going to be bad weather globally, and all the earthquakes and volcanoes will go off. We can kind of predict these kind of cycles and see what's going on. So everything's kind of calm, but it's about to go off starting Monday again. So everyone should be kind of resting up. Jessica Grasso from her grandparents. It's not your fault. I talked about this yesterday, and I'm going to switch cards again. I'm going to do like Atlantis cards, I think, tomorrow, and just start rotating cards to make it more entertaining. But literally, it's not your fault. We have this guilt, like, I wish we could have told people these things. I wish we could have done this. I wish I could just tell them this now. No, don't have any of that. Let that go. They can always hear your thoughts. You can write them letters now. If you ever want to communicate with someone yourself that is crossed over, I suggest writing letters to them. I suggest when you pray before you go to sleep, ask to connect with them. You can ask to see them in your dreams, and put a clear quartz crystal by your bed. Any kind of selenite quartz, any kind of clear crystals near your bed. That will help you remember your dreams. They're always trying to reach out to us. So let go of guilt. You're always working on that second chakra, which has to do with sexuality, guilt, and things like that. You had to let go of that completely, and it doesn't surprise me because we are the feminine aspects, and the divine feminine has really been shoved down this life and had a lot of their power stripped away early on. So we're just kind of walking into that power and embracing it again. Believe in yourself. You can do it. I know that it can feel like we're getting thrown, that more is getting thrown at us that we can handle, but the universe is only going to give you what you can handle. So you can handle this. You're going to do it. You guys have to take control of your own lives. I see a lot of people still crying and complaining about their situation. I see people that complain about their jobs and how much they hate them, and then when they lose them, then when they lose their job, they don't know why. Well, you're putting those vibes out. If you're not happy with it, the universe will help you. Get to your highest good. So it's better that we do it on our own. It's better that we take control of our life and start to do things on our own, because it's a lot easier for us. So just really take power, take control of your life. Reach out to your family members yourself. You don't ever need a middleman between you and your spirituality. It doesn't matter what kind of form it is. You don't need a guru. You don't need a teacher. And I'm none of those things for you guys. I'm just your equal. So remember that. You guys can tune in yourselves. We had to raise our vibration, and that's the complicated thing about death, is that when it happens, it really lowers our vibration. It's so I don't know how to put it. It's just so heavy, so sad, that it really lowers our vibrations, so we really can't communicate with our loved ones. We have a lot of healing work before we can really get to that point. But I want you guys to learn how to tune into these things on your own, and to tune in spiritually. I know, we have such a really lovely audience. I get here every day of the most beautiful, light, high vibe energy. That's why I actually love doing feeds in the morning, because it starts my day out really good. I always feel really good after doing it. I like making people feel good. It's just really good. Tommy Lynn, your friend, Ronnie. I watch over you every day. I was explaining yesterday that our loved ones can literally be many places at once. So they're going to be with all of their loved ones at once the entire remainder of your stay on this planet. So just know that you have a lot of really benevolent entities around you, taking the form of your family, your friends, your soul group. You have guides, you have angels, you have ascended masters, and just so many different entities that are so interested in you and seeing you conquer your mission here. So you just have so much help. We had to learn how to ask the right way for the things that we need. We had to better learn how to access that help, I would say. I have no more earthly worries. I was saying yesterday, I'm always trying to get back to a pure state with my twin flame. It's never going to change. I'm going to keep working at detoxing my body, my mind, and my soul, and I'm going to keep working at trying to get to a pure state. And the thing is, like monks, they can just go meditate and have someone bring them their food, and kind of they don't have to worry about all of these earthly things. They can kind of lock themselves away and do this kind of enlightenment process. And the thing is that we're doing it, but we have jobs, we have bills, we have kids, we have all this stuff around us. And it's more like, you know, it's a little bit harder. So just know that when you die, all that stuff melts away. All those worries, any kind of stress, whatever, it melts away. It doesn't exist in the other realm. So it's just a really like beautiful kind of energy. Just know that they're always around you. Caitlin Batters, your grandma. Life is a series of choices. Choose love. And that's all it comes down to. Right now we can choose fear. And there's equal things to be afraid of. And there's equal love in the world. We can choose to see love in every single moment. We can choose to see the Creator in everyone else. And we can really make our time a lot easier here. Or we can choose fear. We can choose to keep, you know, living in fear and manifesting these fearful kind of situations, or manifesting bad people to us, or whatever it is. Or we can just choose love. We can become that love and kind of change everything. So you're always choosing love. I feel healthy and happy. I just said this morning. You want to recap from my perspective on Earth? I'm giving my report to space, right? On Earth, you are going to feel pain. You're going to feel pain. You're going to feel hungry. You're going to feel tired. You're going to feel achy. You're going to feel maybe depressed. You're going to feel all of this stuff on Earth. It's kind of an intense experience. It's not like you're always just level happy. I know you guys have felt crazy emotions being here. I know you felt crazy pain and all of this stuff. So just know that when you die, none of that exists anymore. You're just your light body form. And it's so beautiful and so amazing, because we feel so much pain here on a daily basis. I think we're becoming immune to it, but we really do. So just know that your loved ones don't have any of those kind of earthly pains anymore. Grace Gonzalez, your cousin, Angie. I'm so much better now, and I'm just trying to tell you guys that it's like, this realm really was supposed to be like the dream world, okay? Like, no joke. Like, where you could go meet me tonight in your dreams if you want, and we could, you know, manifest us playing at a carousel or at a beach, or maybe go to the mountains. Whatever we want, we could just manifest and materialize right there. Well, this realm is supposed to be like that too, and the dream realm is another realm. I know you guys are getting familiar with like other astral realms, other places in the universe you guys might have ended up in your sleep and things like that. So you guys are already very familiar with these concepts just from, you know, having remembered your dreams and the dream state. That's how the other realm is. So you don't have any of that kind of earthly stuff around you. So it's just so much better. And then your second one is, I'm standing right next to you right now. We don't realize that our loved ones, they do live with us. They do continue living with us. We have our family members that basically live with us all the time in our house, the way I look at it. So they're around you all the time. Just know that they are there with you. Brianna Jade, your friend. There's no such thing as death. That's the thing. We're infinite energy. I know that we've been taught that maybe, you know, you go to heaven or hell, but they messed up. Those are states of consciousness, and they're here on Earth. So that's not really what happens to you when you die. You don't get judged. We judge ourselves enough. None of that's real. But what is real is that there are some really beautiful places that we go. There are some really beautiful places that we can explore. Let go of guilt. Death is painless. I know it can feel like they must have gone through so much pain, whatever. It's painless. And then the second one is, I wish I would have told you I love you more. And that's like something that you'll really hear, because people don't know when they're going to die. And it's always like when we lose someone that they get taken too soon. People don't expect it. It's always like abrupt too. If you're just logging on to, make sure that you share this video for a chance to win a heart chakra activation. And if you're just logging on and I'm not live anymore, you can still share it for an activation. And I'll announce the winner tomorrow morning, so you have like 24 hours to share it. Real quick, I have to insert this in here. The link to our site is above if you guys need me after. I am available for readings, energy work. We do everything like numerology, astrology, all sorts of little things. We sell crystals, so check out our site. And Jamie Chaney, my mind is free. Literally, I tagged you in a post too about this chlorella, And I brought the bottle. You guys really need to check out the post on my page I just put up about chlorella, so you recognize the post. And it is used to detox heavy metals out of our body. A lot of people are suffering from heavy metal poisoning without realizing it. Anyone who's autistic, Alzheimer's, these kind of things, dementia, are from heavy metal poisoning or accumulation of metals in your body. So if you're over the age of 14, I highly recommend being on chlorella every single day for the remainder of your stay in this matrix, because we are getting exposed to metals through our air, water, and food. So people can say, no, I'm not getting vaccinated. I'm anti-vax. It doesn't matter. You're breathing in the same air as us. So I really recommend getting this chlorella, staying on it. It will strip heavy metals out of your body. Check out the article I put. I tagged you in it, Jamie, so that you and your kid can start it. My mind is free. The thing is that we have all of these areas. We actually share one consciousness, but we can't access our subconscious while we're here. We can only access parts of consciousness. There are veils up. There are things blocking us. So as soon as you die, those kind of veils dissolve, and you can access everything. So you actually have all your knowledge back, and it had to leave that way. These people had to go because they were lessons for us. So a lot of the people that you know that have crossed over were very evolved members of your soul group that you always incarnate here with, that volunteered to come here to teach you the hardest lesson that you'll ever go through. Terry Archer. As a soul, I can be in several places at once. I went over this yesterday about how our loved ones will spend time with everyone simultaneously because time is an illusion. So by the way, like our incarnation in here, I feel like I'm going to be on this planet maybe 5,000 years. I could be wrong. I don't know. It's just my feeling. I'm really tuned in, so we'll see. But it feels like I might be in this matrix forever. But when you get inserted into it, it's like a snap of the finger how quick it is that we're in and out of here. It just feels like forever while we're in here. So just know that your loved ones are always with you. My mom can be with me and all of my siblings simultaneously, like for the rest of our lives here, and it's pretty amazing. And remember, now I have no pain. And like I was saying, we feel so much pain. We have so much illness too, from emotional pain stored in our bodies and all of this stuff. And it's so crazy. But just know that when you're in the other realm, that there's none of this pain, even these little aches, you know, whatever it is in our energy fields, it all melts away. Nicole Hart, your father. I see all of your thoughts. I don't know if you guys realize, but the rest of the world operates usually on telepathy. Our words have lost meaning a long time ago, and telepathy isn't actually transmitted like thinking of a word. It's actually transmitted by thinking of photos or images, usually, like when I'm doing it. So just be aware that all of your thoughts are an open book. I don't know if people realize how open of a book their lives are. That's why sometimes I think it's kind of amusing when people will be like, oh, like trying to act like people don't know everything. Your life is a whole open book. This is an earth school. So trust me, all of your actions are being seen. You're being helped. You're being guided. You're being loved. And just know that they're always pointing you in the right direction. Literally, Nicole, they're guiding you. They're being that intuition, that feeling, maybe that kind of pull towards something. You're being guided. And we needed to have these connections on earth so that we could tune into them while in the other realm. So I have like, I have a mother figure around me from a past life that's around me, helping me, guiding me this life. But I don't know her and I don't remember her. So you can see where maybe I would need that connection with my actual mother who passed over, so that I would actually know her energy, know who she was, and then continue that connection. So sometimes we had to actually have these connections pass while we're still on earth, just so that we have more help in the other realm and that we're able to connect more. Sherry Grievers, your husband. You have nothing to feel guilty about. And I keep on saying this for women. It's more the woman that is always feeling guilty, feeling bad. And I really go through that because this is Ascension. You're going to have a lot of memories come up, a lot of regrets. Just let it all go. But we're so connected. Like I said, anyone who's died is going to be a very evolved member of your soul. Family, remember we have the same loves over and over and over too. We love the same people over and over. We contract with the same people to learn lessons with over and over. So we're always coming here with the same people. You're so connected. You will be reunited with all these people. Let's see. Pat Freeland. Your twin flame. I always give you a good night kiss. And I'm going to post a really good book. I don't remember the name right now, but when I get off of here, I'll post a link for this book that I read that's a true story. It's about this woman who lost her soulmate and continued on a relationship in the other realm. But it's really helpful because it will tell you a lot about signs and what to look for while your loved ones are trying to communicate with you. It's a pretty amazing book. I'll go ahead and post the link for you because I really think that you could use it so you could kind of better recognize the things going on around you because she's always there with you. And go ahead and cry because it's really cleansing for you. You have to go through this pain in order to open your heart to unconditional love. A lot of people tell me stories about their twin flames dying. And I always say 9 times out of 10, that was your soulmate. It might feel like a twin flame union. I know because I've been in both. So they feel very similar, but there are differences. Usually it's your soulmate who will come and teach you that lesson, not your twin flame. Usually twin flames will die together. Lori Taylor, Travis, your husband. Remember me by the happy memories we created. You were given the most amazing gift, and you might not recognize it till later on, that only in breaking our heart chakra can we open it to unconditional love with our twin flame, or with that spiritual union that we're getting ready for. Before that pain, we would love very conditionally and more like control dramas. So we need to go through that grief. It's part of the process. And then your second card is I am sorry, please forgive me. Because this takes a very evolved soul to come teach us these lessons. It causes an immense amount of pain, and it's not an easy job. So just know that you did choose to go through this, and the reasons will be much clearer later on. Why? Shannon Von Dyke, your grandma. I'm just a thought away. I always say this, if you are missing someone, one of your loved ones, just think of them. They're going to be right there with you because they use telepathy. So anytime you think of them, they can tell immediately. That's how telepathy works. If one of you guys needs me, or thinks of me, I have this uncanny ability to just kind of pop up and be there. Without the phone, without Facebook, I can just be chilling on my house. And if one of you guys needs me that's connected to this grid and I'm vibing with you, if you need me, I can tell in a minute. So that's how telepathy works. So if you miss your loved one or if you need them, just think of them and they'll be there in a minute, just a thought away. And just know that they're there helping you all the time. We have to learn how to recognize the signs. We have to, and I'm still learning in my own life how to communicate with the universe. The universe is always communicating to me and through me, and I'm still kind of learning to go with the flow, but we have to learn how to recognize the signs better, basically. And be glad. I know it can feel like I've had so much loss. No, look at it different. You have so much help in the other realm. That loss is going to turn into something amazing. And I know it might seem like you're not there yet, but you will get there. Jessica Grasso, Fred and Shirley. Remember, I'm not dead. This is a reoccurring theme. These are pretty easy messages. That's why I can actually do these cards with you guys. I'm not dead. Remember that. We are a light body. They're always with you. And we think that people are dead or gone. No, just a component of them. And remember, the second one is we are soulmates. These are your soul family. These are members of your soul family. That's why you feel this pull, this attraction. You have this bond that you just really can't explain. And that's what I am to you guys. I'm really specific with the universe, so I should be only drawing my soul group to me or my soulmates back to me at this point for Ascension. So just know these are your soulmates. Kendra, your grandma. It's beautiful where I am. Imagine the most spectacular dream that you could create all of the time. We come to Earth specifically so we can love. We come here to learn love. We come here to experience love with our other aspects of ourselves in all different kind of ways. But just know it was my time to go. It was a lesson that moved both of you on to a different place. It moved her to somewhere beautiful, and that pain is moving you to somewhere beautiful as well. So that's just really a lesson that's causing you both to grow and transform. Katie Carter, your grandma. If I'd only known now what I know, if I'd only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. And that's the thing. We don't get all the lessons. We don't remember our memories. We don't remember who we are. And we come here and we do the best job we can, but we have this amnesia. So unfortunately, we would have lived our lives much differently if we were awake to who we really were in our divinity. So just understand that as soon as she died, she got all that information back. And so I'm going to be watching my Akash record like Like, just watching it, right? Like, some of it, right? I know you know what I'm talking about. So we weren't always awake, we weren't always conscious, and we would have lived our lives differently. But just know that they're always there with you, and she's sending you signs through nature. Literally, my biggest one is butterflies, moths, feathers, pennies, just little symbols and signs. It could be anything, number codes, messages on things. Work on your third eye so that you can really recognize these things. And also go look at the chlorella post, because a lot of the reasons why our third eyes aren't quite where they should be is from all the metals that are in our body and that were attached to our third eye. So try to work on detoxing your third eye. That goes for everyone right now. We should all be detoxing our bodies. Holly Ann, your aunt. We will be together again. That's the thing. When your aunt died, she had like a million relatives there surrounding her with love. Like, ones she couldn't even remember from past lives, and all this love. It's like amazing, immense love. So you will be together again. You can feel lonely while you're in the Matrix. It's not lonely when you're there. It's not lonely in the other realm. It can be lonely here, though. And remember, Earth is a school. And we have to do this alone. We have to do most of this journey alone until we're able to come into balance or union with our twin flame. We have to do most of our mission and our schoolwork kind of alone. David Michael, Mike, your father. I'm surrounded by loving animals. We have pets that die throughout our lives. We've had pets that die. And our pets are with us in the other realm too. It's kind of amazing. I was saying yesterday about how this dog, it wasn't even my dog. It was my twin flame's father's dog, and he died, and I just kind of got the dog, and he just kind of finds me every life and kind of attracts to me and magnetizes to me, this dog. So we have the same pets that will incarnate here with us too to learn. So just know he has a pet there with him, and you're not alone. Lindsay Leakin, your stepbrother. Although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. We can't see why we had to go through these lessons, but I'm assuring you it was for your own spiritual growth. We're learning how to go from being the victim of our story to the hero. And it's really empowering once you can do that, once you really can transform your life and take control of it. It's really empowering. So this is all about empowerment and finding our divinity. And the second one is I am with the rest of the family. And like I said, we have so much family that we can't even remember. And by the family, every ancestor ever from the beginning of time has an interest in you and in your journey and is helping you. So we really need to act like we have all that help and to draw upon it. Karen Colby, your mom. Don't be afraid. We have to let go of fear. And because we're manifesting our reality, that's why we've been given this one reality, this one paradigm, and it's just full of fear and anxiety, and it's just going to keep us trapped and enslaved. So don't be afraid. We have to let go of fear, literally, and you're on an amazing journey. You're being divinely protected. You've already seen all of your fears play out. So now why don't you create out of love and create the life you want and create your dreams instead of kind of creating things you don't like out of fear. Let go of fear. And just know she's become one of your guides. And when I say that, I don't mean she's become your guide because you have your one guide and two angels that will always be there, but she's become one of your guides. And that's what happened with me and my mother as well. She crossed over and is now one of my guides and is now helping me all the time. So just know you had to go through that so that you would have help in the other realm. Danielle Smith. There's no time where I am. Time is only on Earth. I was trying to explain that, how these people can be in so many places at once. It's just so beautiful. When you die, you can go look at like the Akash Library. You can travel all around the world and see things that you couldn't see while you were here. And it's just really amazing. You can go in all the astral realms, and there's just so many places you can be. And just know that they've been with you in your dreams. Literally. I know we don't remember a lot of these experiences. I had profound experiences where I actually had conversations with my actual mother in the dream realm, but I know we don't remember a lot of these encounters. Get a clear quartz, get a selenite, put it near your bed. And that's the last one I'm going to do. I'll probably do medium cards again tomorrow because I kind of like them. And then Monday I'll switch it up and do like Atlantis or past life cards and just start kind of rotating it, because I feel like I'm doing the same psychic cards and it's getting kind of repetitive. So I'm going to try to switch it up for you guys so that everyone's not like completely bored with it, whatever. So I'm going to probably do medium cards and then Atlantis cards, and I'm going to dig through my decks and kind of pull out some new ones and start to do some different things to keep it interesting. Stay really high vibe today. Rest up. I keep on trying to tell you, things are going to get crazy starting Monday. The earth will start shaking. You know, volcanoes will go off. Who knows where, right? And it will become like a minefield. So what we can do is we can rest up right now, because we know that we never sleep as good when the moon comes close. You just don't have the same REM cycles. So spend time meditating, sleeping, saging, purifying, detoxing, things like that. Everyone should go check out that chlorella link. It costs $13 for a bottle of it, and start taking it every day. That will combat any kind of metals. It's probably the cheapest investment you can make in yourself. So go check out my link. Stay high vibe. It's a beautiful day, beautiful energy. Use it. And if you need me, I'm here all day.